They start the drive with Cook. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Lions 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Cook again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away. They can't mount a few drives of their own.
The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Lions at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Kevin King with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
They're swooping. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Vikings.
Good route here.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They go play action. Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Cousins now.
2nd and 9.
And
that is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Jalen Reagor is the intended receiver. Third down here. Here's Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Za'Darius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
On the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
On play action, Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's a...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And Wilson going to keep it again. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Zach Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They run the counter with Cook. Able to avoid him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Vikings 14, Lions 7.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. He spins free. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a give running right, it's Cook. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. And is relatively easy to see. I notice that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples, but I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousin, he's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. And you know what else happened on that play? He just went past 45,000 career passing yards.
He's going to cherish that moment, but he's also going to celebrate it with so many different people. Guys he's playing with currently, guys he's played with in the past, especially offensive linemen who've kept him upright to throw the ball, receivers who've caught it. I mean, just so many people to embrace. And last but not least, a lot of coaches who called a lot of passing plays.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Wilson. He's got this, complete to Williams. And he's going to have the Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Play action. It's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Now Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times? And now here's another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
First and goal, Minnesota.
They'll run with Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the 26.
Williams, a man in motion right. On first and 10, it's Wilson. It's complete to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
17 more yards. That's another
They'll run on first down. It's McDonald. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. The second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 40 yards. And the Lions are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Cousins. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play fake. Cousins. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down. From the red zone now, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run for it with Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
31, Lions 21.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 27, Wilson. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 38, Lions 21.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Wilson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good for the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That's once again complete to Chark. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to St. Brown.
The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And now here is another interception.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything.
And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Now Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That'll be caught. It's Rager.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? this, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. McDonald. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Wilson. That pass caught. It's Williams. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And now here is another interception. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
There he goes, left side. The 30. 10, 5, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's good for the Lions.
On 1st down, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
A gain of 12. And the Vikings 1st down.
Throwing here, Cousins. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.